Hey YouTube, this is Shardae here with DaeDae. Thank you for joining me on my video. And this topic is going to go into what's being talked about a lot right now, and that is the topic of bleep fishing or blackfishing. Stay tuned to hear my thoughts if you're interested. Okay, so if you don't know what blackfishing is, or more known as NIGGER fishing, it is when white women put on makeup that's 4 or 5 shades darker and pretend to be black women because it gives them clout, it gives them fame, it gives them money. So I just recently learned about this a few days ago and I got really infuriated. Me, I am a mix of black, Asian, Trinidadian, all that stuff from what I know, but I still consider myself black. Now recently a very good friend of mine got after me about using the word bleep-er. And so after because in my home, my boyfriend and his friends they're Puerto Rican. They use that word a lot, and I never use that word, like never. And so I decided to use it one day because I was like mad, I think, or something of that sort. And my friend, I don't think he'll mind me mentioning his name, Richard, he got after me about that, and I understood his position, and I completely retracted my statement and apologized. I say that to say, now, to put that in perspective, that now these white women, these Instagram influencers, and I'm not just talking about one or two, I'm talking about a whole slew of them. They are using us, black women, for clout, for opportunity. And I find it really ridiculous that their ancestors who, even though the Africans in Africa negotiated with the white man to sell our ancestors who are of black descent into slavery, I feel that now, and it's like we go through enough struggle as it is as black women, as black people, as a whole in this country. We are at risk of getting shot at the police, risk of mass shootings by white people, risk of just stepping outside and never coming back inside our home again, risk of us as black women, we have lower pay than our white counterparts, black male counterparts even. There are a lot of struggles being a black person. But it seems like, as I hear this all the time, and it is so true, people want to be us, but they don't want to go through what we go through. It's like they want to embrace they want to embrace our culture, but not embrace our struggles. And that is abhorrent to me. So when I see on Instagram and these white girls, mind you, one I saw yesterday, her name was at Emma Halsden or something. This girl is Swedish. I look through her whole Instagram feed, I go all the way to the bottom, and what do I see? White pale face. And then as I go up like to the middle of her feed, I see her putting like light makeup on that's like 2 shades maybe, a little like lighter than her, so she's staying within her skin tone. But go more up towards her more recent, and she is a full on black woman. She's putting on 4, 5 shades darker than her skin tone. She is pale. She's not like my skin tone. My skin tone is like a caramel kind of, but I get lighter in the winter, and of course I tan in the summer, but that's not the point. What I'm saying is that they are profiting off of black women, and black women get exploited enough as it is. Kim Kardashian, she has like a huge butt. Of course she was influenced by the black women. Everything in this earth was influenced by the black women. Everything on this earth came from a black woman, and we get the lowest respect on the totem pole. It's crazy because like how do they find the nerve to do something like this? Who gave them permission? Why you have the gall, the chutzpah to even think you can go 4 or 5 shades darker than who you are? And it's supposed to be okay. You're supposed to profit off of this. We are not, our skin tone isn't a costume to you people. So this is, in my opinion, I can be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, doing this is exactly the same as blackface, just in the 21st century, just more modernized. Because blackface was used because, okay, if you don't know the story of blackface, back in like Jim Crow, around that vaudeville, you can say, correct me if I'm wrong again, but around those times, black people, African Americans, wasn't allowed in theater and productions and plays. And so white people would play black people, but make them exaggerated, make them derogatory. It wasn't as a praise, it wasn't complimenting them. They made white people dress up as black people in a derogatory manner. They did when they pretended to be us in a derogatory manner. Now, I say this is still a form of disrespect, because it really is. But do I feel, just to piggy off this, do I find what Denzel Dion, you know what I'm talking about, them when they dress up as white chicks, do I find that derogatory? Do I find that as a white face? Do I find that as trying to steal white culture? No, because there is no such thing as a white face. There is no such thing as white American culture, you could say. Maybe to like some extent, but everything they got that is in accordance to their culture, they stole, they pillaged, they killed. So that is my thoughts on that. Because the black woman is trending now, we are finally, you could say, trending. But you know what? We always been trending, but there's always been hate. There's always been jealousy among when it came to the black women, because we have the hair, we have the, I guess, the butt, or the lips, or the nose, or whatever. We come in many different shades. White people, they come in like what, maybe like 1 or like 2 shades, but for the most part it's pale. This is no disrespect to white people. White people are very beautiful. God made white people beautiful. Everybody is beautiful, okay? I'm just trying to say from my perspective, how I see it. Chewy, it's okay. From my perspective, how I see it, that this is very disrespectful, and the fact that white women are trying to, not some, not all, are trying to get fame, clout, be Instagram models, for being black women is ridiculous. And the black women who are truly biologically black women hardly get any praise as it is. It's always been to European standards. Oh, but now because our world is such a melting pot and becoming more user friendly, now white women want to be black women all of a sudden. So as black women, not me personally, because I'm natural, sometimes we put weave, and yes, I'm being 100% honest on this thing. I did used to skin bleach. Yes, I did, because at a time in my life, even when my mother was alive, I wish I was white at some point in time. But you know what? I don't wish that anymore. And you know what? When black women bleach their skin to become white, and mind you, and that's for another video, my skin bleaching story, but when people do that, they are in an identity crisis. I don't care what is the reason, but they are in an identity crisis. They have low self-esteem and it's self-hate. So when these white women are pretending to be black women, yes, pretending like it's Halloween every day, all that says to me is that they have low self-esteem, an identity crisis, and self-hate. They figure they'll be better in life if they are a black person. That is not, we have more struggles now than ever before since Trump is in office. And the fact that these white Instagram influencers are trying to take what little we have and trying to be us for the sake of whatever their goal is really abhorrent. And they should really be ashamed of themselves. The fact that they'll put on makeup, and I don't care what the reason is, to be black, which is at the end of the day, what I see all these people doing is to be black. I have got fooled so many times on Instagram thinking that this person was black and me following her, whether she was really white. It is nothing but deception. That is all it is. When you come down to it, you are just being deceptive and deceitful to people and your followers. You're fooling your followers and you're fooling yourself, and you need to stop it.